Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. It's such an honor to stand here as the mayor of this magnificent township of Montclair as we have our celebration and remembrance and reflection of Juneteenth. We're going to start out by bringing to you the voice of Miss Massey, Brandy Massey.
Yay.
Yay, Brandy. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sound. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Brandy Massey, thank you so very much. Thank you. Beautiful. It's wonderful to see so many of you that came out today, and I'd just like to let you know the order of the agenda for today. I'm going to offer a few words, followed by 4th Ward Councilwoman, Councilor Toller. Then we're going to have our guest speaker, Mr. Larry Ham from People's Organization for Progress. Then we're going to have Congresswoman Ana Lidia Mejia and Congresswoman LaMonica McIver. So with that, let us begin. I'd like to recognize the other council members that are here. We have our Deputy Mayor Susan Shin Anderson. We have our 3rd Ward Councilman Rahum Williams. And we have Assemblywoman Alexon Collazos Gill. Oh, I'm sorry, and Eric D'Amato. And of course, we have our manager who runs the town, Manager Stephen Marks. Today, we raise the flag not simply as a symbol of historical event. We do it as a declaration that freedom matters, that truth matters, that justice matters, and that Black lives matter. On June 19th, 1865, more than 2 years after President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas, finally learned that they were free. Imagine what that moment must have been like. As we remember and we take time today to look back, imagine that they had a joy. Imagine the jubilation. Imagine the tears. Imagine the disbelief even. And imagine the faith and the prayers, which have always helped us through. Juneteenth reminds us that freedom delayed is freedom denied. It reminds us that progress does not arrive automatically. It comes because ordinary people doing extraordinary things, just like all of us here, and it comes because people organize. They march, they vote, they vote, they vote. They advocate, they educate, and they refuse to surrender their humanity. That's why Juneteenth today remains as important as ever. The challenges remain. Across the nation, we continue to witness attacks on our civil rights, attacks on our voting rights, attacks on diversity initiatives, immigration communities. Efforts to tell the full American story are still being subdued, and we must change this. We see attempts everywhere to divide us by race, religion, gender, identity, background, rather than to unite us by our common humanity. Juneteenth teaches us that powerful oppression may delay justice, but it cannot stop it. The spirit of those who endured slavery, who survived segregation, challenged discrimination, and marched for equality tells us that we must march on. Their courage calls us not to despair, but to take action. Every last one of us are called to take action, not to be silent, but to speak up, not to fear, but to come forward with hope and faith. Montclair has long been an example of the best of humanity. So we're here in Montclair, and Montclair represents the very best of what life can be. Our strength has always been found in our diversity. We're a township where people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different faiths, different identities, different abilities and expressions come together, not despite of differences, but because of differences. We speak many languages in Montclair. We come from many traditions. We worship in different ways. We hold different perspectives. Yes, we are united by the belief that every person deserves dignity, every person deserves respect, and every person deserves a seat at the table. And I'd just like to thank Mr. Daniel Gill for his book talking about Montclair and the seat at the table. That's what makes Montclair such a special place to live, learn, work, worship, and play in. Today, as we rise this Juneteenth flag, let it be more than a symbol of freedom won. Let it be a call to action. Let it be a reminder that our work continues. Let it inspire us to build bridges where others build walls. Let it challenge us to stand up when rights are threatened. Let it remind us that the arc of history does not bend toward justice on its own. It bends because people like all of us, like you, and you, and you, like everyone standing in here, have pulled the arc of justice over the years, and we need to continue to pull and pull and pull. These things don't happen by chance. And so today, let us celebrate, let us remember, and let us recommit ourselves to the unfinished work of freedom. And standing here with me today to help all of us understand the unfinished work of freedom is our 4th Ward Counselor, Counselor Amina Toller.
May I? Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I'll be quick because I know we have a bunch of speakers. So I just wanted to make sure that we acknowledge all of our elected officials here. We have some county commissioners with us this morning, and we thank you for being here. I see the Board of Education and the superintendent is with us today. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. I see the NAACP is with us. And if I missed anyone, I apologize. So good morning, everyone. As the mayor mentioned, my name is Amina Toller, and I'm the 4th Ward Councilor here in the Township of Montclair. I just wanted to extend my gratitude to Brother Ham for joining us today. And let's not forget those lovely young ladies at Beyond the Boogie Dance Troupe that will be performing for us later. As we know, Juneteenth marks the day when enslaved African Americans in Galveston, Texas finally received the news of their freedom, more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was issued. Many may not realize that New Jersey was the last northern state to abolish slavery. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend viewing the documentary, The Price of Silence, for more insight. Today, as we raise the Juneteenth flag, let us reflect on its meaning. We must honor the strength, resilience, and contributions of generations of African Americans who endured unimaginable hardships and played a vital role in shaping our nation, as well as those African Americans who helped shape and mold Montclair. Their courage, determination, and faith have laid the groundwork for future generations. The Juneteenth flag serves as a powerful symbol of freedom and hope. Its colors and designs tell a story of liberation, progress, and the promise of a brighter future. As it ascends today, let it remind us that freedom is not just a historical milestone. It is a shared responsibility. We are called to protect it, expand it, and ensure its blessings are accessible to all. Juneteenth also invites us to reflect. It encourages us to acknowledge our history honestly, celebrate our achievements, recommit to creating communities where dignity, opportunity, and respect are afforded to every individual. In such a place like Montclair, which prides itself on diversity and inclusion, my hope is everyone recognizes and reflects on the significance of today, as well as the days to come. Today, we not just celebrate the moment in history, but also a living legacy. We honor culture, achievement, family, education, and the countless contributions that so many African Americans have made and continue to make in our communities, our nation, and the world. May this Juneteenth inspire us to strengthen our commitment to unity, understanding, and justice. Thank you, and happy Juneteenth to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now it is my great honor to bring to you our guest speaker for the day, Brother Larry Ham. He's the founder of the People's Organization for Progress. Power to the people, Brother Larry Ham. Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Thank you, Brother Ham.
Power to the people. Power to the people. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Brothers and sisters, very glad to be here with you this morning. And look at all the people that came out early in the morning to celebrate Juneteenth. Thank you, everybody that came out this morning. I want to acknowledge all the important people here today, which is everybody. But I feel like I'm in the seat of women's power this morning. We have the mayor of Montclair. We got 2 women councilwomen, 2 women congresspeople. My councilwoman from the 4th Ward where I live. Women are making progress. And that is a good thing. I'm very glad to be here for this very auspicious and solemn occasion, the raising of the flag to recognize this Juneteenth holiday. And I think it is important for me to say at the outset that nobody gave us Juneteenth.
That's right.
It did not come about through the beneficence of people who were in power.
That's right.
It came about because black people struggled to make this a recognized federal holiday, and let us remember the name Opal Lee, that black woman that walked thousands of miles to bring awareness of this important holiday. And before I go any further, I want to recognize once again, but I want to more specifically recognize Diane Anglin, the president of the NAACP of Montclair, New Jersey, who is here. How could we come together to commemorate the emancipation of African people in this country who were enslaved and not recognize the central role that the NAACP has played in the struggle for civil rights from its founding nearly 150 years ago? It's important for us to remember the origins of Juneteenth. Juneteenth, as was stated by the mayor, June 19th, 1865, General Gordon Granger comes into Galveston, Texas. And he didn't come in there by himself now. He didn't walk in there and get on the stage and say, y'all are free now. Gordon Granger came in with 2,000 federal Union troops, most of whom were colored troops. And as we remember the emancipation of enslaved people in this country, let us remember the role that black soldiers of the Union Army played in the Civil War. This is very important, brothers and sisters. Remember, the Emancipation Proclamation was a military document. It announced the freedom of those who were enslaved in the Confederate States. That's another important distinction to make, because there were states that were with the Union, Kentucky and Tennessee and Missouri and Delaware, that had slavery, that were allowed to keep their slaves even after the Emancipation Proclamation. This was a strategic military proclamation aimed at the Confederate States, those states that are enumerated in the Emancipation Proclamation. And it so disheartens me when I go and speak at schools and I ask, how many students have read the Emancipation Proclamation? I'm standing in the classroom with their teachers asking them, how many have read the Emancipation Proclamation, and hardly any hands go up. How can we talk about Juneteenth and Black History Month and our children? We should demand that the Emancipation Proclamation be read and studied as a document, because that's why there's so much confusion about it. People walk around here, they say to me all the time, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves when he issued the Emancipation Proclamation. That's not true. He announced that slaves in the Confederate States would be free if those that were in the states, counties, and parishes that were in rebellion, that had seceded from the Union. But they couldn't walk off their plantations. It was an announcement. It had to be enforced. And that's what the Civil War was all about. For centuries, people had petitioned for an end to slavery, had pleaded with people who were in power for an end to slavery. But in the final analysis, it took a civil war to bring about the end of slavery, and the Union was victorious because of the 200,000 black men that enlisted in the Union and turned the tide and crushed the slaveocracy in this country. Imagine this, slavery existed. I mean, when we think about it, when you study, people say 1619. No, 1526. No, even before then. Remember that there was 100 years of indigenous enslavement that preceded the African enslavement. And then the African enslavement begins roughly around the 15th century. It didn't start in 1619. 1619 was really the beginning of the British enslavement in the British colonies. But there was a Spanish colony. Florida was a Spanish colony that remained a Spanish colony even until after the Civil War. And slavery was there. But how did slavery come? What brought about the end of slavery? People struggled. And it wasn't just the Civil War. When we remember the enslavement of our people, don't just remember the Union Army. Remember Harriet Tubman. Remember Sojourner Truth. Remember Frederick Douglass. Remember Denmark Vesey. Remember Nat Turner. Remember those that dared to raise their hands against their slave masters. And the story of the great African, we are a great people. I am proud to be the descendant of those who were enslaved here in the United States. We are a great people. We are a great people who have made a great contribution to the development, to the history and development of the United States. You can't tell the story of the United States without telling the story of the African Americans. So there was a civil war, and Granger came in June 19th, 1865. Lee had already surrendered to Grant at Appomattox. But they knew, and to see people say, the black people didn't know. They knew. But this is why Granger came with troops, because those slave masters did not want to let my people go. They did not want to let us go. And Granger had to come in with troops to enforce emancipation. And this was the situation that continued for nearly 10 years. You think that just after some laws were passed in Congress, the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendments, that those who had enslaved us for 400 years said, okay, we down with y'all now? We ain't with racism no more? No. Federal troops remained in the South for nearly 10 years to enforce the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. And it was with their withdrawal that the end of Reconstruction comes and the counter-revolution to turn back all that we had fought for. And one of the things that we were fighting for that people don't talk about is that black people, even before the Civil War was over, were demanding reparations, and we demand reparations for the enslavement of our ancestors. If this country can give other people reparations, which it has, it can give reparations to the descendants of those who were enslaved in this country. How could I stand here and talk about Juneteenth and not talk about reparations when it comes out of the Civil War? Where does reparation come from? It comes from General Order number 15, issued by General Sherman in January of 1865. Through military edict, he expropriated 400,000 acres of slave masters' land and gave it to the enslaved. And it was off of that It was out of that military order that Thaddeus Stevens introduces H.R. 49, which says that every enslaved person or their survivor would receive 40 acres and $50. I know y'all say where the mule, but the mule wasn't in the legislation. But where did the mule come from? After the land was expropriated and distributed to the enslaved. See, any of y'all been down south? My family is from Georgia. You can't farm like today. We got tractors. But before there were tractors, you had to have a mule. You had to have an ox. You had to have something that could pull the plow and bust up the land. So what happened was the Union soldiers would give mules that were used to pull cannons to the formerly enslaved for their land. But what happened? We had counter-revolution. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Andrew Jackson, who was from Tennessee, who was a Southern sympathizer, reversed General Order 15 and all of those orders that had distributed land. In fact, the Union soldiers that were used to help emancipate us were then sent back to take back the land that was given to us. And this dichotomy, this swinging back and forth of the pendulum occurs again and again and again in history. We stand here now in the 21st century. Imagine that, in the 21st century, after the Civil War, after the Civil Rights Movement, after Black Power, and now we have people in our federal government who want to take us back to Jim Crow, back to the 19th century, back to enslavement, but we will not go back. We will not go back. And we will not go back because our ancestors gave too much, too many lives, too much treasure, too much sacrifice, too much brutality for us to go back. They're trying to take us back. But we're going to fight back because the future of this country, despite what the racists and segregationists and Nazis and Confederates and Klansmen and neo-Klansmen say, the future of America is a multiracial democracy in which all people can live and prosper together. That is our future. But we're not going to get to that future simply by waiting for it, simply by letting time do it. We have to fight. We have to fight. And now is the time for people of conscience, of all races, to stand up and say we will not go back, that we stand for equality, we stand for justice, we stand for fair treatment, we stand for what is good for all human beings. And as we stand here today in this mosaic of multiracial unity and solidarity that I see before me, this is a microcosm of the movement that we must build. Our work is not finished. The work of Juneteenth is not finished. The work of Dr. King is not finished. The work of Harriet and Sojourner and Frederick is not finished. The work of Marcus is not finished. The work of A. Philip Randolph is not finished. The work of Paul Robeson is not finished. The work of Ella Baker and Ida B. Wells and Fannie Lou Hamer and Rosa Parks and Coretta Scott King, their work is not finished. It is up for us to pick up the mantle of struggle and continue this fight until we are victorious. Happy Juneteenth, brothers and sisters.
Okay, and so nobody says it better than Baba Larry Ham, y'all. Give it up, Larry Ham. Thank you, Baba. I appreciate you so very, very very much. And at this point in time, we're going to call on the downtown, what's the boogie down dancers?
We're gonna.
While we're waiting for them to get set up here, let's everybody recognize our amazing Montclair Fire Department who is here with us. They're always here with us doing great things in the township. I'd like to recognize our Montclair Police Department, second to none. They're with us wherever we go. And we have such an amazing team in Montclair. That's why we're able to do so many things well. And I'm proud to be the mayor of this township.
And
I know. First, I just want to thank Tiffany, the owner, the director of Beyond the Boogie Dance Studio, right here in town. Let's give it up for these young ladies again. I felt Alvin Ailey in them and the movement, and thank you, ladies, for being here. Thank you. Tiffany, come on up.
Oh, happy Juneteenth, everyone. Thank you for having us. If you guys want to dance like that, you can come see us on 604 Valley Road at Beyond the Boogie Dance Company. Thank you guys so much for having us. Hope you have an amazing day.
Thank you so very, very much. And next up, I know many of you have been waiting for this. It's my honor to bring to the podium at this time our Congresswoman, LaMonica McIver. Yes, let's give it up. Let's give it up. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. First of all, let's just give it up another round of applause for those young people. They're so beautiful. And not only were they dancing, they were singing the songs, y'all. That made me proud. Thank you so much, Miss Tiffany, for bringing them out. It's a pleasure to be here. For those who do not know me, I am Congresswoman LaMonica McIver. I proudly represent Montclair in the 10th Congressional District, along with my great partner, Ana Lilia, here in Congress. And it's such an honor to be here to kick off my Juneteenth celebrations, which I have many right here in Montclair. It's great to be here. I am, Black and proud of it. I always tell people I'm Black, I'm young, and I'm woman. And those are my three superpowers and my strengths. And it's great to be here. I honestly don't think we have much to say after Brother Larry Ham, because he came here and gave us not only a history lesson, but got us pumped up. But the few things that I will leave you with is, one, I have had the pleasure of serving as a councilwoman in the largest city in New Jersey, as well as the council president. And it wasn't until I got to Congress, which I understood how much more work we really had left to do when we talk about freedom. I get the very depressing pleasure every day to work around a bunch of members in Congress who are bigots, who are racist, and are literally involved in a strategy to take us back every day. And not just those members, but also a whole entire president and his administration each and every day, working very hard strategically and chaos and cruelty every day to take us back to a place where we know we're not going back to. That is why I continue to do the work that I do, no matter this administration charging me with federal crimes, no matter the bullying, no matter the intimidation, no matter what they put up against me. I'm going to continue to show up and do my job every day. And not because I'm inserting my own power, but like I tell the president and I tell all of my Republican colleagues, I'm not here because I was appointed to be here. I'm not working on my own personal behalf. I'm working on behalf of the people who elected me to the 10th Congressional District. The one thing I will say is that Brother Larry Ham is so right. One, freedom is not free. Two, freedom is not permanent. And we should understand that more now than ever. Literally, they are attacking every freedom that we have known to this point. In a moment in this country where we're about to celebrate 250 years of this country, 250 years ago, we were slaves. We were slaves. And so there's not much to be celebrating when we talk about what we've come from and what we're still dealing with today, and the fact that they don't want to acknowledge that, because this country continues to live in the shadows of their racism. And so at the end of the day, we have work to do, y'all. We have work. We can't just come out and celebrate the flag raising. We can't just come out and dance and celebrate the young kids dancing. We can't just come out and go to the barbecue and put on our red, green, and yellow. We can't do that. We have to go beyond that. We have to show up at the NAACP meetings. We have to show up at the town hall meetings. We have to be present in this time. And not just Black and brown people. but all of our neighbors, even those who do not look like us. Because when they are silent, they are a part of the problem. And so at the end of the day, we have got to be vigilant and steadfast in this work right now. If not, they might just get over with doing most of the things that they're trying to get away with doing. And so that is why we must be engaged in the time that we are in this fight that we are in, because it's our responsibilities for us, for our families, for my daughter, for this child I have in the womb, for your kids, for your grandkids, because we have to. They deserve better than this. We deserve better than this. And so I'm going to do everything I can, and I ask for you to join us in this fight. Join me, Ana Lilia. Join the NAACP. Get folks to come on out. And more importantly, join POP. And mark your calendar for November's election. Because the only way through this is getting these people out of office. With that, I will say thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be with you. Happy Juneteenth, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. And next up is our other Congresswoman who's going to come forward and deliver her message, Analia Mejia. Thank
you. Oh man, I get the distinct pleasure of going after Larry Ham and LaMonica MacGyver. No pressure. No, but first, let me say happy Juneteenth. And celebrating ourselves, our power, those wonderful, beautiful girls, and the mission that we have been handed. See, let me get away from this because I'm short. As the mayor said, my name is Analilia Mejia. I am the proud daughter of a Dominican laborer, a Colombian seamstress. My parents immigrated to these United States. When I was born, my mother was undocumented, and it was only because of the victory, of the foresight, of the struggle of Black people that when I'm born in this nation, I have birthright citizenship. See, because those who had to overcome and remain resilient in the face of what is the most horrible atrocity that humans have committed against another, slavery. See, it is only because of their struggle that I had a chance to live free in this nation. And when I joined my incredible sister, LaMonica MacGyver, when we advocate to protect our Constitution, to protect the rights of many, to ensure that promise continues 7 generations out. See, the Huns are at that second founding gate. See, we talk about the 250th, the first founding of this nation, but what Larry was talking about, reminding us of, is that we had a second founding. That second founding was forged through the horror of the Civil War and through the fight and struggle of the liberated who were not content to just get freedom for themselves, but they hardwired it generations out. That's why I get to be in Congress. That's why I get to live free. And that's why it is my responsibility as the daughter of immigrants to tell that story, to uphold that story, to give it the recognition it needs so that we can together pull those words into the future. I will stop because I was told to keep it short. I would just leave it at the victory, freedom, all of this. It's not a final destination. It's a practice. And that practice is today. That practice is when you go to that NAACP meeting. That practice is when you go to the POP meeting. That practice is when you go talk to your neighbors to make them go vote with you. And that practice, we take it all the way into the future, 26, 27, 28, and beyond. I thank you. And let's raise the flag.
With that, we're going to raise the flag. Can everybody move forward and just put your hand on your neighbor's shoulder? Where's our fire department, please? The struggle continues. Yes, la luta continua. Yes. All right, Montclair Fire
Thank you all for being with us this morning. We look forward to seeing you next year, bigger and better. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Don't forget, we're having a Juneteenth block party at the Montclair Public Library from 3 to 7. Owl House is having their cocktail party. If you haven't purchased your tickets, we still have a few available, and we hope to see many people tonight at 7. Thank you.